Arielle, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. This is officially part 3 of my Paris apartment transformation. Just to give you guys a quick reminder, we started this whole journey here. And last video we ended here. And in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how we got to this. Now before we get into the video, just a tiny quick little PSA for everyone who's been asking me to continue the arrondissement series. The next video is coming, I promise you, but I'm sure as you guys can tell, I have been extremely preoccupied with this whole apartment transformation, especially before my housewarming and Thanksgiving. But by the time this video is out, all of that will be over and I can fully focus back on that series, so not to worry, that video is coming. Now without further ado, let's get into it. Hi you guys, welcome back. I know I sound awful, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit sick. I'm almost recovered, but I definitely still have that gross, deep, scratchy voice sound. Hopefully we got it in the next couple days. But yeah, we're exactly where we left off in the last video. We've got the rug, the table, the couch, all of that is still here. One thing that's extra exciting is this giant box. These are the beautiful velvet chairs that I ordered from La Redoute. So we'll unbox those a little bit later. But right now I want to take a quick trip to IKEA. As you can see, the shelves are still pretty bare. I put the 2 green boxes that I mentioned in my last video up on the shelves, which I like. I went into the storage under my bed to pull out those 2 medium pots and these 2 small gray pots. Those pots you'll recognize from my old videos. They are from my last apartment and I don't think I'm going to change them because I think the gray goes really well with the gray of the rug and the green and the gold and the velvet chairs that we'll unbox. I just think it's a nice neutral gray, so we're going to keep it. But we still have to find plants to fill them. But yeah, I want to take a quick trip to IKEA so I can buy some little storage compartments that are for the Billy bookcase, like that have that 25 centimeter depth. And that way I can organize like these random papers I have in these crates and all that. Another thing I want to grab from IKEA as well is a little shelf to put in the bathroom just so I can stack the toilet paper. Right now I have stuff on the floor and it's a mess and I don't like it. I also bought some fake vines, so once we have that shelf installed and the toilet paper on it, I can sort of find a way to artistically wrap the vines around the piping and on the shelf and stuff. So I have a vision, we're gonna execute it together. And another store we're gonna go to is called Leroy Merlin. You would have seen that in my second video as well, but it's sort of like a home hardware store. And we're gonna go there to grab a multiprise. I don't know what this word is in English anymore, but I'll put a picture on the screen, as well as like a toilet paper hook. I'm not gonna lie, it's so hard to talk right now. My voice hurts so much. So yeah, let's just go. Okay, so I also have to get a drill bit, size 8, because I don't have the right one. 8, perfect. Look at me being such a handyman. I really wanted this toilet paper holder, but not for 34 euros. That is 50 Canadian dollars. What? Whew, okay. The city IKEA in Paris is always such a rough experience. It is always busy, like no matter what time or day you go. And not just that, but the metro like at IKEA is just always packed with people. When you come out with IKEA bags, you're like hitting everyone. It's really awful. I bought a ton of stuff, everything I needed. We won't unpack it all now together though, because I have to go pick up a Baroque style mirror. I was looking on Le Bon Coin last night for a vintage style hallway mirror and I found one. Let me show you what it looks like. Don't scream, it is fabulous. How stunning does that look? So I messaged the guy, bartered a little bit, and yeah, I get to go pick up the mirror this evening, which is super exciting. Mirror is secured. Woo. Okay, I actually cannot believe that I got this. I can't believe I found this. This is some Beauty and the Beast castle shit. I'm late to go for drinks with Kim, but I'll quickly show you what it looks like. It's just this really nice wood, painted gold with just really beautiful detailing. I feel so excited, like I found a treasure. Anyways, I'm gonna run off. I have to go meet Kim, and when I come back tonight, we will unbox the rest of it. I'm back. I definitely don't have time to do the IKEA and Leroy Merlin haul. That will have to wait until tomorrow because it's a lot of stuff and it's also a lot of work to set up what I bought. But I do think we have to open the chairs tonight. I really can't wait any longer. I want to see what they look like so badly. What's really exciting about this package is that once these are set up, I can finally eat at my dinner table. Oh my gosh, they look so good. It's like a gorgeous, deep pink. I think it's actually called wood pink. I love it. I will post the comment on the screen, but someone was actually talking about how I should add in some pinks, some cranberry colors, some more red, pink, orange into this space. So this is the first edition because I do agree. I think we have a pretty cold color palette in here with the white, the green, the gray. So yeah, this is just the first piece in heating up my apartment. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Okay, no, but really, isn't this color gorgeous? Come on. Here we go. This is what the pink looks like. Honestly, they're very regal feeling. I just think that color is exquisite. I'm sorry, you guys, you're just gonna deal with this voice for a little bit longer. I hope it clears up soon. The reason I only got 2 of these pink velvet chairs for my dining room space is because of an idea that my mom actually came up with. She thought that instead of having 4 dining room chairs and then a couple living room chairs, I could instead do a mix and match of 4 dining room tables, 2 of which could be pulled into the living room area when I have company over. As much as I would love to have 2 different sets of chairs, it's just not super practical because the kitchen, the dining room, the bedroom, and the living room are all in the same space. So it does start to feel a little bit claustrophobic when you keep adding more and more furniture. And I just think 6 chairs in this one room would feel a little bit excessive. In the end, I went with 2 bistro chairs, which haven't arrived yet. And those are more like normal dining room chairs. And then I also got these 2 velvet chairs to double as sitting room chairs when I want to have company over and I want to have everyone sitting around the glass table and the couch. It honestly took me so long to pick out these 2 chairs especially, just because I didn't know what colors would complement the green couch and the gold accessories and the gray rug. At first I was like, no, they have to be dark green, they have to match the couch, but I'm so glad I didn't go with that because I feel like that just would have been way too much green velvet in one space. I love that the pink complements the green in a way that warms the space. It just feels so cozy. So yeah, those are the chairs. We'll do the IKEA haul tomorrow and I will go off to bed because I clearly need a good night's sleep. Bisous! I keep forgetting that I'm like recording this whole process. I'm just gonna record our conversation. Give us an OOTD, you look really good. Everyone, this is Myra. Myra's the best! Okay, so this is where I was thinking. So I personally, I like it in the center. Yeah. Like you were saying, obviously it's not big enough to be the wall. So either I put a decorative chair below it, or I have like art on this side up here and maybe down here. No,
I don't think you need, I think put it in the center because again the wall is long, right? So because the wall is long and the mirror is long, yeah, that works. So you put it in the center, and if you want to put a chair or something underneath, put it like a shelf or whatever. Okay. But no art. That is a good spot.
Okay, let me just take you into the kitchen as well. So the next thing is deciding where to put these. My options are either here, above the radiator, like by the kitchen table.
No.
Why?
They're too small. They're too small. It's too big of a wall. It's too small.
What if I did 2 above the kitchen sink and then the shelf, and then the third one I add to my gallery wall above my couch?
Yeah. You could do the sunflower one with the gallery wall above the shelf.
So yeah, so we're gonna take the lemon and the artichoke, and then you think like here is okay?
What long is the shelf?
The shelf, 50 centimeters long. Okay, hold on, let me just mark that. So shelf is here and here. And then this would go here.
I actually think it would look okay too with a picture on both sides.
Yeah, I'm gonna drill in the lemon, and then I'm gonna drill in the mirror. I think that's all I have to ask you about today. It's a few days later. I took a bit of a break because I was not feeling well, and it took a while for me to get over that cold. You can still hear it a little bit, but we are on the up and not the down, which is good news. I thought we could pick up where I left off, do the IKEA haul, the Leroy Merlin haul, the Amazon haul, and then show you how I'm gonna put all this stuff into my space. As soon as I got to IKEA, I headed straight for the accessories and storage section of the store to pick up the items for the Billy bookshelf that I have. The first item that I picked up are these 2 cardboard paper organizers. They look like this. I also picked up this metal organizer. My Billy bookshelf is right by my desk, so I do have to grab pens, highlighters, tape, paper, notebooks, all of that kind of stuff pretty often while I'm working. So that's why I got this. I figured I could put that on the shelf right by my desk, have everything handy. I also picked up this shelving unit from IKEA. This is the shelf that I want to put in my bathroom to hold my fake plants and my toilet paper. Speaking of fake plants, I also picked up this little flower pot, and so I'll have this on the shelf and all of the vines coming out of it. And then the second to last item that I got from IKEA is this 5-liter water jug, and I also bought the stand for it. So it looks like this. The second store I went to, Leroy Merlin, I picked up more renovation style essentials. So I picked up my screws and the plastic plugs that go into the wall to secure everything. I also picked up the drill bit, a toilet paper holder, which is not the gold one that I wanted, but a cheaper silver one. I think this one was 7 euros compared to the 35 euros for the gold one. I picked up 2 power bars. I needed one for by my bed for charging my phone, as well as one in my kitchen. I actually have a ton of appliances in the kitchen, so I really needed a power bar because there's only 1 outlet. And then the final items I picked up are just 5 screws to secure the wooden shelf onto the plastic supports. That is it for the 2 stores I went to. I also had an Amazon delivery, which I'll show you really quickly. The first item I picked up is this set of 3 fairy lights. You guys would have seen these already. I have a couple of them hanging around my bed space as well as my desk space. I really like these fairy lights off of Amazon. I think they are the most dainty ones I've seen so far. And they're battery powered, which is a good and bad thing. It sucks because you have to charge the batteries pretty often. But it's nice because you can have them set up in spaces where you don't necessarily have an outlet. And then the last thing I ordered are the fake vines. Oh wow, these are long. Okay, they look like this. And they do look quite realistic. I'm not gonna lie, they smell awful. But that's what you get for ordering plastic plants. Now, I don't normally like the idea of plastic plants, but my apartment is fairly dark, and never mind, my toilet space has absolutely no natural light, so there would be no way for me to have any type of living thing in that area. So yeah, those are gonna go in my bathroom, and we'll set them up a little bit later when I have the shelf installed. All right, let's get to organizing the shelf. I've got the shelves pretty filled. I've moved my book collection to the bookcase over there. And I've filled these with my papers, my writing stuff, and I filled my picture frame with the picture of me and my siblings. So honestly, it doesn't look too bad for now. On my list of things to get this week is a plant to add there, maybe a couple. One more to fill the tiny pot and then one to cascade down onto the couch like I was talking about before. That's it for now for the bookcase. Let's move into the other room and start drilling holes in the hallway and in the bathroom for all my new shelving and decor. Sorry guys, I just step out for a second and pick up an oven. I picked up this second toaster oven for my Thanksgiving party. Because I'm planning on feeding like 25 people, I have to have 2 ovens going at once to make sure all the food is hot and served kind of at the same time. Otherwise, with one oven, you're serving 1 dish every 30 minutes, and I feel like that's a recipe for disaster. So yeah, I temporarily bought that toaster oven and I'll resell it after Thanksgiving. We're back now. And as you would have seen with my conversation with Myra, I've decided to hang the mirror on this wall. Like my dad showed me, we're gonna start by drilling a hole into the wall for the plastic plug. It's honestly so frustrating because these walls seem to have metal in them, and so it just gets to a point where the drill bit can't go any further. And right now the hole that I pierced into the wall covers maybe half of what I need. So honestly, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna keep trying, but this might just be an impossible wall to drill into, which would really suck a lot. But let's keep trying. This is so weird. It's really not budging. That's as far as I can seem to get it in. I don't know if you can see very well. I guess you can't. But it's either strong concrete or metal that I've hit. And I just want to check in with my dad before I keep trying to drill, just to make sure that it's okay to keep drilling, that I'm not gonna do some sort of damage. But yeah, we're gonna pause and I'm gonna call my dad and I'll check back in with you guys in a bit. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have such good news. After 2 hours of drilling, I was able to pierce through the concrete and finally get the mirror hung. I thought I would take a quick second to explain what happened, just for anyone else who might be like me, a single girl trying to renovate her apartment and is confused when the drill bit won't go further into the wall. Basically what happened is there was about 2 centimeters of plaster and my drill was totally fine going through that up until it hit this rock solid concrete. And when you're drilling through concrete, you can't just use a normal drill, you have to use something called a hammer drill. And when I was reading that online, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have the budget to go buy a hammer drill to drill in one mirror. But look what I found on my drill. On the top here, you can see there are 2 settings. 1, I guess, for regular drilling, and 2 for hammer drilling. So I switched it to the hammer drilling setting, which is a lot louder, FYI, and it's kind of like the drill is drilling, but also hammering at the same time. At least that's what it looks like and the sensation it kind of gives. And that was helping, but it wasn't enough, and I actually don't have the drill bits that are meant for concrete, so I asked my dad if I had to go buy them or if I can try and make these regular metal drill bits work. And he was like, you definitely can make the metal drill bits work if you have it on the hammer drill setting, if you start with the smallest and slowly work your way up to the size 8 that you need. I left them out to show you guys actually, but I went all the way from this smallest size right up to the biggest one, which is size 8, and kind of huge in comparison. Let me give you the full view of what it looks like. Voila, voila. I don't know what you guys think, but I love it. I think it's so magical looking. I actually have to go buy an extension cord so the drill can reach the bathroom, so I think we'll tackle that one tomorrow. Hi. It's late on whatever evening of the vlog this is, but my wall decal came in, so I really wanted to put it up. I also bought some invisible hooks to stick on the walls so that I can have my vine plant magically climb through the apartment. So we will try to get that done tonight as well. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but it looks amazing. So this is what the vine wall looks like. And it's super hard to capture how far it extends, but it goes all the way over to my bedside, where I have my little "to sleep perchance to dream." It actually took me a while to hunt down that wall decal, but it was so important to me because that is actually the same quote that I had above my bed in my childhood bedroom. And not just that, but my mom, who's an English teacher, is very passionate about Shakespeare, and that is, of course, a quote from the play Hamlet. And so I just thought it was a really nice way to remind me of my family and back home. And I also think it's a beautiful quote. I'm really happy with the results, but I'm honestly worried, especially for the vine wall, that it doesn't get enough sunlight and that it dies or something like that. So keep your fingers crossed. I really love the way it looked, and I hope that I can only continue to make it better. As with all of my little DIY projects, I have finished this past midnight. I am exhausted. I'm gonna hit the sack and perchance I will dream. Bonne nuit. Good morning. We are officially 5 days away from my housewarming party, and I have not even started the toilet space. So that's what we're doing today, and I'm gonna quickly show you guys what it looks like. All right, hallway to the toilet. It's so ugly. This toilet paper situation will hopefully be fixed by a shelf above here, plus a toilet paper holder. And I have a couple of other things to add as well. I'm a little nervous, to be honest, because it's gonna be a lot of drilling into concrete, and I just don't want to bother my neighbors for hours. But I think it's just best to bite the bullet and get this done. So yeah, we're gonna shut this door, and hopefully when I reopen it, I will have something beautiful to show you guys. Wish me luck. All right, so there she is. From afar, I swear it doesn't look that great, but let me show you the details. Okay, so first things first, I drilled in my cordless vacuum. You can see there, that's where I drilled it into the wall. And this little compartment holder is so good. It has all the accessories just clipped right in. It's truly amazing. The second thing I did was this shelf. So I installed this white little shelf, a little bit camouflaged under the vines. I really wanted the shelf for the toilet paper because, as you guys know, before I had the toilet paper on the ground. I've added some books, a candle, and of course these vines that kind of just look like spider webs. The color is definitely not popping on the camera, but it definitely does brighten up the space. It adds something more interesting to look at than the walls. Maybe I could have added something more adultish like a mirror or a painting, but this is what I went with for now. Unfortunately, the mop has to stay in here. I have literally nowhere else to store it. And then the final thing I did was drill in the toilet paper holder. She's cute. I think it's really hard to convey just through video, but the changes are huge. It just feels so much nicer to not have everything strewn on the floor. I don't know what to say. It just feels adult-like to have a toilet paper holder attached to the wall now. We're gonna end part 3 to my renovations journey here. My housewarming is literally in 3 days. So this is kind of as good as it's gonna get before all of my friends come and see my new place, which is so exciting. That being said, I did make a couple more changes in the bedroom space, in the living space, and in the hallway. So before we sign off, I want to give you guys a quick tour to show you everything that I managed to accomplish in the past few days. Starting with the hallway. Okay, so the mirror you guys have already seen. You saw that whole process. What I've added is the poster that I bought at a Parisian auction house. And the reason I put it in my hallway is because I thought this bejeweled lady would go nicely with my jewelry stand and my mirror. I really just thought that these 3 pieces together created a great vibe. That being said, I don't think that I love the color of the poster. I'm not sure yet. I definitely have to get the poster framed before I can make any sort of judgment call. I feel like unframed posters hanging on walls with tape is very much university dorm vibes, and I'm a little bit past that stage in life. So yeah, that's how we're looking for now. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. One other thing that's missing is a rug. And I looked, but I have no idea what color or size to get. What I'm conflicted on is this. So here's the hallway, right? Do I get a circular rug? Do I get a horizontal rug? Or do I get a vertical rug? I'm honestly so conflicted. Please let me know what you think down below. Moving on into the bedroom and living room. Okay, here we go, here we go. How sick are you guys of seeing my apartment from this angle? One of the first things I changed is I added a plant here. I moved all of my books to my bookshelf. Let me turn on the lights actually. For the vibes, for the vibes. So that's kind of where we're at for the bed space. I hate the throw blanket. I need to get a new one. I've just been a little bit lazy on that front. Now, moving along to this side, I've added quite a few plants. I don't know what they're called, don't ask me. And normally I have picked plants that do well without a lot of sunlight because, as you can tell, it is the middle of the day and there's really not a whole lot of sunlight in here. I've got my wicker baskets and my jewelry, which hasn't changed. I've now got this massive vine plant that extends over towards the couch. This guy is not doing so great. I don't know if it's because it's from a lack of light or lack of water. I watered it today, so hopefully that fixes the problem, but the leaves are kind of drooping. So we'll have to see how long this guy survives on the wall. If it doesn't survive, I'll have to switch it out for a plant that does better with little to no sunlight. I also hung the very first piece of my future gallery wall, which is the little sunflower that I showed you guys, I think, in the last video. The sunflower is there, and then in the kitchen right behind me, I have the artichoke and the lemon, and the reason they're spaced out like that is because I envision a 50-centimeter shelf to go right in between. That is how the kitchen is shaping up to be. I'm not gonna lie, I don't love it. I think there's still a lot of work to be done on the shelving portion of the kitchen, which I'll have to tackle in part 4. Especially all of these random cooking utensils, I have nowhere to put them, and I want them on maybe a bar that goes across this way, like I want them hanging down, but TBC in part 4. Also, let me just turn this on. I figured before my housewarming it'd be really good to add more fairy lights. That way, as the night goes on and we lose the daylight, I can just turn on these little fairy lights all over the apartment as opposed to the big fluorescent and ugly light, which I have still yet to fix on my ceiling. So yeah, the fairy lights go across the couch and up and over onto the bookshelf. And on the bookshelf, I of course have my books, papers, all that kind of stuff, which you've already seen. But I've also added a cute little plant, and we also have my second planter right over there as well. Not much has changed in the living space. I still only have the 2 pink chairs. We're waiting for the white bistro ones. And as you can see, I am well stocked for this weekend Thanksgiving / housewarming. So yeah, there she is. That is my apartment after hours of drilling holes and phone calls with Myra and my mom and lots and lots of work. Overall, we've definitely made a lot of progress since the start of this whole transformation, but what I'm starting to notice more and more is that there are a lot of blank walls that are kind of driving me crazy, especially over here in my bed space, and literally the whole gallery wall above the couch is missing. Above my desk, super blank, and of course on the opposite side of the table. If you guys have any art or Pinterest inspo to send my way, please leave them down below in the comments. I am definitely struggling with what to put on the walls, what colors, what pictures, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think this concludes part 3. Hopefully my friends like my apartment when they come visit this weekend. I'm really, really excited to share this with everyone. This will be like the first time that I have the vast majority of my friends over, even though I've been here for, I want to say almost 5 months. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and following this apartment journey transformation with me. As always, please, please, please let me know your thoughts and anything you think I can improve down below in the comments. I read everything, and honestly, you guys have given me so many good tips and so much good advice. That is all for me today. Wish me luck for this weekend, and I will see you in my next video.